Hi everybody, hello, hello. Ooh, that was a bit pixelated there. Never mind, we're all right now, I think. This is the Infinity Journal, and it feels a bit like that, doesn't it? It feels a bit like we started it quite a long time ago. But I've got two, actually I've got three, but we won't count the other one, on the go. This is the vintage one. And it's getting filled up a little bit by bit. Still loads to go though. But this is the page I want to concentrate on today, but we're doing it in Shabby Chic. And I have this one here in white, which it's just a bit brighter, you know, because this is very vintagey. And I want the Shabby Chic to be really, really pretty. So that's it. The only thing I've done to it is put my washi down the spines, and it's ready to start. So let's go make some Shabby Chic. So this is the front cover, and that's what I want to concentrate on today. It's brave, I know. So I've cut myself out a piece of card, the same as this is made of, and it's 6 inches, which is the same height, and it is a smidge less than 4. Just a smidge. You can just see it there on the edge. And it sits nicely at that. If it's 4, it just comes right to the edge and it doesn't look so nice. So, time to do the background. This is a really groovy background. I love it. So I've got 2 colours out that you rarely see me with. Spun Sugar and Kitsch Flamingo. I can't believe I'm doing this actually. It's really not what I normally do. But it's good. It's good to push yourself. So I'm using the Spun Sugar, and it's an oxide. Oh no, I missed a stage out. Missed a stage. First I have to score my paper. So as I said, it's just a touch under 4. So let's score it at 2. Let's score it. So if I do 3/4 there, yeah, okay. So I'm going to come back 3/4, so that's 1.25 inches I'm scoring at. And then back 3/4, so that leaves me 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, and there's nearly 1/2 inch on each side. You really want this scored, so turn this over again and score the same lines in from the other side. You want a really good score line. So I'm just following the lines I've already put in. There we go, that's that. Now turn your card so that, whoops, the bumpy bits are facing you, bumpy bits uppermost. And then take your Spun Sugar. And what we're going to do, I've no idea how juicy or otherwise this pad is because I really don't use it very often. We're going to just hold it like that, a little bit of weight down on here, just at an angle, slight angle. And we're going to start just off the page and drag it down. And just do it again. And again, and you see you start to get lines, and it picks up particularly where those score lines are. Just gets a bit heavier there. I'm just going to have to hold it here and come down this way. And then turn it all the way around and do it from the other side. You'll see as we build it up quite what's happening. Way. So there we go, that's the Spun Sugar. Now I'm moving on to Kitsch Flamingo, which is a brighter pink. At least, yeah, it looks brighter, doesn't it? I think it is. And the same thing. Just go over and over like that, and eventually you get this sort of wood grain look. It's fabulous and so easy. What could be easier than this? And yet look at the fabulous result. Look at that. It's just wood grain. It's fabulous. I love it. So let's just clean this off a little bit, because everything is going to be pink, but I want it to be pink where I want it, not where it just pops up. So there we go, that's that. And I think that's absolutely fine. I don't think I need any more on that at all. So let's just give that a quick waft over with the heat gun. Nothing in this house is quick, because everything's built on a bed of other things, most of which move. There we go. Doesn't take long, it's only the oxide that we're trying to dry. Now I'm going to take a stamp. It could be any background stamp that you like. I just quite like this square one. The one with squares on, should I say. The stamp isn't square. And it's number 385, and it's called Scripted Squares because there's all text in the back of them. Now I have used this before, and I used it with brown VersaFine, so I'm going to do a little test just to make sure it's not picking up that the brown's not coming off with it. No, that looks all right. I wouldn't ordinarily stamp with distress. You just don't get the sharpest images. But this, it's just background, and it doesn't really matter that much. It's just something. So I'm just going to stamp it fairly randomly. Just like that. A bit more ink. It's just to break up that background, that's all. And you can see it's quite nice. Maybe a little bit at the top there. Yeah, that's fine. It's just, it just marks it, just gives it texture. And if you don't wipe the oxide off your stamp, the next time you're stamping, it will come off. So it's worthwhile just taking a second just to get rid of that oxide off there. If you hear a knock at the door in a minute, don't be alarmed. It is. It's the Amazon man, of course. And I'm waiting for him to bring me some ribbon. But I waited and waited for him to come, and he didn't, so I thought I'd just start anyway. Just about every YouTuber that you watch at some stage has to stop and go and answer the door to Amazon, don't they? We are their best customers. So just pop that away. I'm really trying to be good with these stamps. I can't bear that bit with the sticky strip on, it drives me mad. There we go, that's ripped down the side, perfect. Excellent, so we've got our background, we've got a little bit of texture on it. As you can see, it's just a little bit, but it just catches the eye. So, what are we going to put on it? Well, I'll show you what I've done. I have cut out die cut some shapes out. I cut out this circle. This is my circle set, my nesting circles, and they're not very big, they don't go up very big, but I don't do things like big cards or anything, so that's absolutely fine for me. So picked out, I think, the 2 next to large ones and got this frame, and then I stuck the frame to some lace, just literally stuck it to some lace, and then cut around it, leaving a little margin around the outside. So I'm proposing to put that in the centre. I have in my head, whilst I'm doing this shabby chic, a lady called Judy Hoff, who loves pearls and lace, and then we've got Jen, who loves bling. So I'm trying to draw this together to channel them. So I've also cut out 2 circles. These are colours from the Tim Holtz Distressables, coordinations, should I say. And I've just gone round, it's got stitching in the die, so I've just gone round the stitching with a pink fine liner, just to pick it out a little bit. So that's going to go in the back. That's, I don't know whether it's going to go under or over. And I've cut out a couple of these. I'm never very sure if they're cogs or gears. I don't really know the difference. But just, you know, to pick out a point of difference, really. And this one, once again, it could go under or over. I don't know. And another little coggy thing that goes there. So they can move. They don't need to be in this sort of linear fashion. And now I've got a butterfly, a pinky one, and I want to put it there, like that. So that's kind of going to be what's happening with it. Oh, here's the Amazon man. Here's my ribbon. Oh, not sure that's the colour I wanted, but it's quite nice. Let's see. I wanted a sort of shabby pink colour, and I think that may be what I've got. Can't get into it. Come on. It's Beresford's ribbon, so it's nice quality. There we go. Oh no, that's nice. It's like a dusky pink colour. It's lovely. That's perfect. That's, must remember to use that before I stick this down. So yeah, that's that. That could go up there a little bit. Anyway, we need to stick these gears onto these circles. So let's do that now. So that's great. That's the Amazon man bean. That means that I can go out this afternoon if I want to. Because here it's just about lunchtime, 1:15. So I'll try and stick that fairly centrally, like that. Pick up any bits of glue that are around. Lovely, and then we'll do the other one to match. Everything, I stick it to everything today, I don't know why. So I'm quite excited to do this shabby chic style infinity journal. It's so different from the vintage, and I must say my head just automatically goes to vintage. But I do love shabby chic, you know, when you see it I really, really like it. So I'm going to give it my very best shot. A lot of glue on there. Mop that up with the towel as we press it down. Right, there we go. Okay, so do I want that to be under or over? I could have a real shake up and put that there. Move that across a bit, put that there. Put that down at the bottom. This is faff time, isn't it? It's just a time where you faff. And put that up there. Don't dislike that. I just feel that I want this, the weight of it, to be at the top. So let's just budge that across. I do want that at the top. Whether I want it under or over, that's a different question. I think under. I think under. And this one, I like the butterfly at the other side. That's good, that's a decision. It's a decision of sorts. So that's going there. And this is just going to be like that. Yeah, that's it. I like that. Excellent. Great. So we need to stick on first the circles. Now I'm just going to go around them. I want to kind of put a circle around them when they're done, but I want them to go exactly where they are, so I'm just going to draw with my pencil a little line so I can get them in the right place and erase that line where I went a bit drunken. There we go. That's all right. Nobody would ever know. So let's stick those down. Let's get something stuck down. Lovely. Just going to put plenty glue on there. It feels quite firm. So using the line that we drew around as our guide, I can put that in exactly the right place. So there we go. That's that down. And this one. I've got a guide for it too. We're doing all right. There we go. Lovely. So now I'm just going to take my pencil, I'm going to sharpen it first actually, and just draw around those just to highlight them because they can look a little bit lost in there. So it's kind of sometimes referred to as a drop shadow when you do this sort of thing, but it is just highlighting them with a line. So I'm staying in close to the circle, just drawing around it. And it does just make it stand out that little bit more. And yet you can't really see the line, the pencil line. It just tricks the eye into thinking it's standing out. You know, that looks like it's standing out much more than the other one. So I'll just go around this one. Take your time. I'm sure some of you, when I say take your time, shout at me, I haven't got time. I'm a busy woman or a busy man. There we go. Lovely. So that's both of those kind of just accentuated a little bit. So now we're on to this one. And I think I want it about there. So, yep, time's come to stick it on. I'm going to use collal for this actually. Collal does rather better with fabric, I find. So just on the back of where that lace is, your card is, your circle, frame. And allow plenty because it's got to stick the lace as well. Oh, I'm sorry if you can hear my tummy growling. It's lunchtime. So that's going to go about there. Just going to pop that down. Give it a little minute to dry. So there's no glue on the back of that lace. I've left it as it is. Got glue everywhere now. I'm not going to stick the butterfly on just yet, although I am going to mark where he's going. I printed that out on printer paper and then I backed it onto card, so it's quite solid, quite robust. So he's going to go, or she's pink, isn't she? So I just want to make a mark on my frame where my butterfly is coming to. So I've made my mark there, and what I want to do now is put pearls all the way around there. I told you this was shabby chic. So I've got these cheap little pearls. Well, they're not as cheap as they used to be, but inexpensive, let's say. And I'm just going to go round here. I might need my tweezers. We'll see. Put a little dot of glue where I want the pearl to go. Take one off. Yeah, this is where it always goes wrong, because they never want to come off. They're all joined together. Drop that onto the glue, press it down. There we go. Right, so I'm going to go all the way around here with my little pearls, and I'll see you when I've done it, because it'll drive you mad if you have to watch me. Okay, you would definitely have lost the will to live if you'd had to watch me do all that. I nearly lost the will to live, but there we are. They're all the way around, and I put one in the centre of that and there, so we're all laced and pearled up. Delightful. So next thing is, I think, the butterfly. He goes exactly there. I'm just going to build him up a little bit. I like the idea of him being built up, and I also like the idea of his wings being having a bit of dimension in them. Just do that. It's quite easy to do because I've got it's on the card. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just going to erase those lines that I put in. Ooh, if I can. There we go. Right, so let's stick this down. I want some dimensional tape. Not very much. He's not the biggest of butterflies. So, way too much. Way too much. There we go, just that amount. That's all I needed. Do I want to stick his wingtips down? 'Tis the cover, so it might be better if I did, I think. Right, so let's take the backing off that tape and get to the glue. So I'm going to put glue over that tape and just down the edges, very edges of his wings. There we go. So we know he wants to go here. So let's just press his wings up and down, and that is body in the centre. It's going to need a bit more glue in it because it needs to get through the lace. So I'll just put a load more glue on there because it needs to stick through the lace onto the card, which I hadn't bargained for. I'd forgotten about that. going to have to stick the lace down. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I just need to hold it while it sticks. Stick. Everywhere else is fine. His body's built up nicely, bit of dimension. This is really quite a simple, straightforward thing that we're making. Oh, that doesn't want to stick there. I don't think I've got a clip that's long enough either. Let's have a look. They aren't long enough. I've got some red ones. They aren't long enough. Oh well. I'll probably have to wait till later and stick that down and put something on top of it. A weight of some sort just to stick it. Right, so the only other thing that I want to put on that are some words. And I know that's not kind of my style. That's really annoying me. But I've got this one here and it says, time is measured by special moments. Well, I don't want the time is measured because it's not relating to a clock or anything. I just want the one that says special moments. I think that'd be nice on our cover. I just need a bit of card of some description. I think I'll do it on white, but I don't know what colour to do it. Don't know if that pink's going to stand out enough. I'll try it with a kitsch flamingo. You never know, do you? If you don't try, you don't know. See what we get. Oh no, I think that's okay. I quite like that. So bearing in mind what I said earlier about using oxide on your stamps, give them a bit of a rinse. The lid on there, although I might need it in a second. But so I'm going to do my very best to cut this out straight. Anybody that knows me knows I can't cut for toffee. There we go. Doesn't look that bad. And along the bottom as well. There we go. So I probably want to put it in two. I don't think that bottom's very square. This is a stage where I get to where we end up with no stamp left. I think that's all right. So I could have it there, special moments, across the top, or I could have it at the bottom like that. I don't really like it there. It's just like an afterthought that's been put on. I might just split this in two, I think. If it's awful, I can always stamp it out again. And put both these words up here. Special moments. Yeah, I quite like that. I mean, I put them straight, but yeah, like that, like that. Now, shall I try and go around it with pink? I had a little finger dabber before. I don't know where it's gone to. Can't see it, can't see it, can't see it anywhere. Oh, yes I can. Here it is. That I'd used for pink. I don't know what's in there, but something is. However, so I'm just going to put some pink on there, and I'm just going to try and just pink the edges up a bit. It's a lot of pink, this, isn't it? It's a lot of pink. But I actually like it. So I'm just going around the edges as you would normally with distress ink. Just making that a little bit pink. There we go. I'm just going to stick those on. I think we're doing quite well. Quite like it. Well, I more than quite like it actually. I like it. So that's the special. I'm going to pop that there. Now the moment. Yeah, there I think. You can lose half your life faffing, can't you? It's easy. Easy to lose time. So I'm just going to put that there. Special moments. There we go. That still needs sticking down, which I shall attend to. Now then, I'm going to stick that on the cover. This is going to be our front or back, depending, you know, it goes all the way around. So that's going to get stuck there. But how I want to close this journal is by having a ribbon coming out either side here and either side on the back as well, so we can tie it at the sides. So that's why I was waiting for my ribbon. I don't need that. In actual fact, the end of that is marked. So I want enough to be able to tie it. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'll leave that. And I'll just make a mark on my cover where halfway is. So it's there is where it is. So I'll leave it where it is and get my quilting ruler and just draw along at that line, which should be 3 inches because it's 6 inches tall. So yes, let's move right along to there. There we are. So that's the halfway point. So I'm going to stick my glue, yeah, I'm going to glue it, I am. My ribbon down there. And it doesn't matter if the glue seeps through because nobody will ever see this. It's going to be behind our thing. So pop that down there. Like that. I'm just going to take this off the roll at the other side as well. Oh, let's allow plenty. Oh, what are you playing at? Get stuck down. There we go. And then it's just a matter of sticking this one down, which is our cover. Isn't it pretty? It's pretty. Do you know, I'm so tempted to put a light brown round there, just slightly vintage it. Yeah, no, I can't help it, okay. Let's just try with a little bit of vintage photo. It just all looks just too... Yeah, I mean, that's just better. It's just better. It's not so candy stripe. It's pleasing me more. I know some of you won't like it, but some of you might. It was just too much for me. Just coming in a little bit more. That's better. That suits me better. It's just a little bit, but it makes a heck of a difference. So let's get the back of this glued, get it stuck on, and there's our first page done. Well, our cover, I suppose. So I hope you're going to follow along either with the vintage one or the Shabby Chic, or both if you're as mad as I am. Because they're great fun, these infinity journals, they really are. Of course, this cover, it's not a pocket or anything, it's just the cover. There we go. So let's get this stuck down. So I want it right on these edges here. Like that. And that is that. There we go. So there we have it. There is our cover. I don't really want to maul it around too much, but yeah, that's that. It looks pretty. The only thing I've got to do is just glue that and weight it down. And we've got the ribbons that are coming out the sides that we're going to tie it with. Come on. We're off to a good start. I like that. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have today. And I shall see you very soon. I hope you give this a bit of a go. Use what you've got, you know. Adapt it to what you have. And yeah, there's our cover. Pretty. Okay, see you soon. Bye.